hit record. What do we? Oh no, the video exclusivity section. Um. Okay, I'll talk about another Next Fest game for the people watching this on video. So you guys know Metal
Okay.
Gear Solid?
I have
Yeah.
heard of it, never played it, but yes.
Well, you
They
know
had
the
like two,
idea.
right? Yeah, like Snake.
He's dummy thick, and the clap of his ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Colonel.
Yeah.
Uh,
And sometimes he turns into an old man with a mustache.
no, just the one time. Um. So yeah, the idea is he's like the super spy
Yeah.
dude who is sent behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
I played a game called Burn 9. BURN dash the number 9. That is
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid, but from the perspective of the person on the other end of the codec.
Oh.
The speaky thing?
Yeah, on the other end of the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, like, if this was Hitman, it would be Hitman from the point of view of Diana, his handler. Like, it plays, the actual gameplay is like a cross between a visual novel and I don't know, a management game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an op that goes horribly wrong, and there's only one survivor, and you're trying to guide her to safety, and all you can see is what the satellite readouts are telling you and what she's like scanning and sending to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fascinating idea, you know.
Yeah.
It's a spy thriller where you're not the spy. You're the
Yeah.
guy in the chair, to take the term from Neil from the new Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And
What was that game that came out last year? Where it like a hero for like a hero dispatch,
Oh yeah,
right? Did you
Dispatch.
hear that game? Yeah.
I
Aren't you the
really
guy
want
in
to
the
get
chair
that,
there
but it
too?
is still too expensive for me.
Because apparently everybody and their mother played it. So
Yeah, it's from what I hear, it's really good.
anyway, I didn't mean to distract you. I heard it was a similar concept, but keep going.
Sorta. He's like the dispatch part of that gameplay is he's the person like the 911 operator who sends out the various superpowered people to help with whatever the issues are.
Right.
But there's a whole like office drama thing that goes along with that. This is just you're the guy in the chair, and like
Right.
satellites picking up 3 drones coming your way, and she's like, "What do I do?" And you can be like, "Okay, go to that one and shoot it down, or go to that one and try to hack it, or run away, or stay there and hide, whatever." And then things play
Hmm.
out based on your decisions.
Okay.
And then like towards the end of the demo, it's totally Metal Gear Solid because there's this crazy superpowered cyborg guy who's like, "I'll get you," and I'm like, "What?" But yeah, we all like all of us watching this or playing and watching the stream immediately became attached to Dodo, who is the operative.
That's good.
Yeah, and we were all like really pulling for us to where when like it puts her in like what said you're not controlling anything, so the word boss fight isn't right, but what feels like it's a big confrontation, and it goes, "That's the demo, thank you for playing." I went, "No!" out loud because I wanted to keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shout out to that game that comes out in 2026, it says. So okay, there you
Saw
go. Video only people. Also,
saw
I'm gonna do another big write up of all of these Steam Next Fest game demos and put it on Patreon again, like last time in February, because they do 3 of these a year. So keep an eye out for that.
Saw a trailer earlier today for Belmont's Curse, and it's now showing a release date specifically of October 15th. Yeah.
That was the release date it was showing when we did the last episode.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it actually had it.
It
I meant to
tripped
go
me out
back and
because I saw it like with a sale price, like with a price on something, and I was like, "What? I thought that was coming out in October." Yeah, it's a pre-purchase. I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna what?"
If you pre-purchase it, do you get your own whip like in real life? Because otherwise, I'll pass.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's start the show for real, for real. Dirk, shut up.
Will do.
Okay. I was about to say, is Dirk still alive? There he is. Okay, here we go. Ow, jam. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Manapool. Did we do a show last week? Was the Summer Game Fest last week, or did we take the week off?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So that's why it feels like it's been a hot minute since we recorded. Because it's been a hot minute since we recorded. Yeah. So this is episode 756 of the Manapool. And I'm Chewy. Hello. Hopefully my voice will hold. I went to Carowinds, the amusement park here in North Carolina again yesterday, and I took Sam and her friend Cheese. And so my voice has been a little weird today. And I've just noticed it's starting to get a little croak. So,
Prolonged exposure to Sam will, in fact, do that.
No, actually, because you can't get a word in edgewise. So, long exposure to Sam's actually good for my voice.
Where do you think your voice went? She just, absorbed it. Hey, I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler and tangent master and also Sam's dad. Remember when she would, be on the show and do Sam quizzes? I think a Sam quiz now would not go that way.
It'd
not
be
that
too
way,
easy.
no.
Yeah.
She'd be like, its name is blank, and has a picture of the thing. What could it be? Then there's a mic.
Yes, on
Eventually.
mic on the rules. Yeah, eventually. I was distracted. I was thinking about the Sam quizzes of old. I still remember the chickens. I'm Mike. I'm the rules guy and the game lore guy. And which one was that? Was that plagiarize the chickens?
Maybe.
I'll look it up.
And I'm Dirk, the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and moral compass of the group. And I remember the old Sam quizzes as well. And I could never get any of the cards she did. Although I do agree, nowadays, it would just be, there's a card that has a superhero on it, and there's it's this one. Because being inventive right now for Magic the Gathering is a lost art.
Oh, already with the commentary. I mean,
I
you may not be wrong, but still, throwing it down early. Dirk's like, ain't got time for that.
Why does
back in the day when
companion
it used
app
to be
not
like,
show? Sorry, the companion app doesn't show all the different versions of a card.
Well, yeah, you can't use the companion app. Plagiarize has two weird. They're not chickens, but they're the weird cephalid things. Is that what she called chickens?
Yes, that's how she described it. It's two chickens.
Entirely possible.
It makes sense.
Sorry, Dirk.
no, you're fine. I say, just nowadays, it's there. Everything is so universes beyond that. The end of the uh, imagination that they used to have has kind of waned. So,
Oh,
Maybe.
I think it's, and we can get into this on the show, but I think it's a double-edged sword because for every one of us old timers that's like, it isn't what it used to be, how many people have found Magic because they're a Marvel fan or a Final Fantasy fan, but they really had no interest in the the game, until something like that came around. And that's a big what if, you know? So, but
Big old
I
butt.
guess that's what we're going to talk about today is Marvel. Marvel superheroes, the second Marvel based set, Marvel property set. I don't know how you want to phrase that, but one set in the Marvel universe, where the last one was Spider-Man, which was also Into the Omenpaths on Arena until it wasn't like a month ago. So,
Yeah, they
but yeah,
finally worked out the deal with Marvel to where they can have Marvel games in Arena or Marvel cards in Arena.
it
Probably because
was,
of the overwhelmingly negative response to through the Omen Paths.
yeah. It was really weird to log in one day, and then all of a sudden, I knew it was coming, but I didn't realize it happened that day. And I opened up a deck that had the black stone in it, and instead of being the monolith of whatever, it was the soul stone. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I think I'll play that now. Cool, go. But it was just kind of surreal that my deck changed, and I knew it was coming, but I didn't even know it had taken into effect. But no, we've got Marvel superheroes. So I went to a pre-release. Sam went with me, and I'll get into like our stories as we go along. But because I know we don't want anybody to fall asleep, shall we go ahead and start covering the mechanics of this set?
By anybody, he means himself.
Where did I use the word anybody?
You don't want anybody to fall asleep.
Oh yes. Well, you also took my daughter to Carowinds yesterday, so I'm impressed you're awake. But all right,
For the
so
record,
the
chat,
first
I tried to fall asleep to get out of doing this freaking Marvel episode, and I couldn't. So here we are.
Here we are. An hour and a half later, and he really will be asleep. So, the first new mechanic is power up because, superheroes gain a power up, and some of the bad guys do too. Power up is an activated ability that shows up on I think exclusively creature cards. I didn't see any non-creature cards with power up, but it is not an additional cost to play like say kicker. I think I'll just go ahead and read the example. So this is Human Torch, Johnny Storm for 2 and a red. Oh, Johnny Storm is red, big surprise. Legendary Human Hero, he's an uncommon, a 2/2 with flying. And whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Probably because
Oh,
if he did that ability on his own, it would just be ridiculous. Um, then he has power up, 6 and a red. And when you activate this ability, you put 3+1/+1 counters on Human Torch. And so the reminder text here for power up is you activate each power up ability only once. So it's kind of like, what is it, Monstrous
Yes,
from.
very similar to Monstrous.
yeah.
Yes. Now, the advantage this has over Monstrous is every power up cost is higher than the creature's original cost because if the creature entered the battlefield this turn, its power up cost is reduced by its mana cost. So you can either, on turn 3, play Human Torch Johnny Storm for 3 mana, and then later pay 7. Or, if you have the mana, you play Human Torch for 3, and then you just go ahead and pay 4 more mana of any color that turn, basically 7 total, to go ahead and pop that off. And it is instant speed, although, of course, if you pass the turn, he won't have just entered. This does count if he's, for example, blinked, because it's just, did they enter the battlefield this turn or not? So there's some synergy type stuff there. I found that a lot of them in limited felt fairly strong because a lot of it is play a little guy, pump him up later, a lot like Monstrous, or later in the game just straight up get something. And I'm fairly certain every power up adds at least one counter in addition to sometimes doing other things. Adds at least one +1/+1 counter. So you're always making them bigger, and bigger is usually better. I don't care what she says. So that is Human Torch Johnny Storm, and that is Power Up. Somebody want to talk about this other
flyer? They could potentially just occasionally do chip damage for 3 mana is that's good.
Yeah.
And then a 5/5 flyer for 7 that also just has the potential to do chip damage is, and especially at uncommon in red. I mean, he's an uncommon dragon essentially.
Yeah.
So
that's a good analogy. I didn't think of it that way.
Right, 5/5 flyer for 7 that will occasionally pings your opponent. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I think Johnny would really like that comparison. He's like, hell yeah, I'm a dragon. So there's another example card here.
Yeah, we've got a mythic one right below it.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about it then?
Oh, okay. Kang the Conqueror. No longer to be played by sex offender. Oh crap.
Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So Kang the Conqueror for 2 blue is a 4/5 flyer human villain. That's it. 4/5 flying. Oh, he's a an Urnum Gen almost. Not Urnum. A Mahamodi Gen almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
No, he's a 5/6. Yeah, Urnum is the 4/5 for 4, but he's green.
Yeah. And on the ground.
And on the ground, yeah. So just ignore me. He's basically a genie. But there's more. His power up is 5 and 3 blue to put a +1/+1 counter on him and take an extra turn. During that turn, power up abilities can't be activated. So not yours, not your opponent's, nobody's.
Yeah. Which is important for not like bouncing and replaying Kang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a not infinite turns thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you had a way to blink him, then the power up cost would also be reduced by 4. So
yeah,
that would be very silly.
And as we know, while you can only activate this ability once, as soon as he leaves the battlefield and comes back, the game treats him as a new object. Yeah. It has no idea that, oh, this is the one that already did this. So, shenanigans.
So you could take infinite turns, just not all in a row.
Yeah.
You could have 2 turns for every one of your opponent's turns.
Yeah.
Because you play Kang and you power him up, so that's your turn 1. Then you get a second one, but you can't take another one this way. So your opponent gets 1, but then you could blink him and get another turn. So you'd be taking 2 turns to every one of your opponents, which is still insane, but it's not. Yeah. I immediately win by default.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely shenanigans, like on the next turn when you can't do power-ups, you could definitely play Time Stretch, and then next turn reset Kang somehow. But this prevents it from being a 2-card combo with a way to blank Kang.
Yeah.
So, like the Mind Stone, which we'll get to later.
But that said, 8 mana for a 5/6 flyer and an extra turn is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You figure if you're spending 8 or 9 mana, you hopefully are winning the game. And this does not say you win the game, but it comes awfully close. So there you go. This
Yeah.
definitely feels mythic. Mythic Inscription, this is totally mythic if it were printed today. Because it was.
It's true.
No questions? No questions.
No.
Um, and again, every power up ability may work a little different. A lot of them on commons and some uncommons are just make it bigger, but others do stuff like Kang. So
Which, make it bigger is still good.
Yep.
make it
Still
bigger,
good.
still good. Yeah. And again, in limited, getting more use out of your little guys. Very good.
All right, so
So
next.
next up, we got teamwork. So teamwork is a kicker. It is an additional cost. Instants and sorceries with teamwork have a teamwork number. For example, Murdoch's Crusade. This is we saw earlier for 1 and a white. It is a sorcery. It's a common. It has teamwork of 4. Reminder text: as an additional cost to cast this spell, you may tap any number of creatures you control with total power 4 or more. You're kind of almost crewing the spell, so to speak, or stationing the spell. Then you choose one. If this spell was cast using teamwork, choose both instead. And you can choose Street Justice, which is looking in his left eye. Exile target creature with toughness 4 or greater. It's Daredevil beaten on the Kingpin. Or Legal Justice, as Matt Murdock, exile target enchantment with mana value 4 or greater. Your Honor, my client is innocent. Foggy did not kill anybody.
Especially not the Kingpin.
Yeah.
I think somebody else did that.
So
yeah.
what is the front half of this? The Street Justice. What is that card? Wait, it's toughness. What is that card? Is that a card?
We've definitely seen this effect.
There have been many cards that exile a big creature. Most of them might say destroy, but there's an effect like this in alliances, I think.
In the Final Fantasy set, the white instant that was like the battle menu or whatever it was called. I think this was one of the modes.
Oh yeah, it might have been.
But
yeah, that's kind of become a staple in sets, like destroy something with power or toughness 4 or greater.
Yeah. Yep. Feels like it's safe enough, like, okay, that's big enough that white can go, yeah, that's too big. So.
And then, of course.
Now, the exile of big enchantment, that's a new thing.
And
normally, a white
lame.
spell is just like, get rid of that enchantment, no matter what it is.
Yeah, like disenchant for 2 is just get rid of thing. This is 2 mana to well, I guess it is exile.
It is exile, and you may have the ability to do both of these. So I think that straight up exile an enchantment would, in combination with also get rid of your big guy, might feel a little too unrestrictive.
I was gonna say, maybe this can get rid of gods, but then, yeah, so can the first one.
Well, if they've woken up, I guess it depends on what kind of
that's true.
talking about.
That's true. Yeah, if they're not awake yet.
Okay.
And then this other example has a big green guy on it.
Oh my God! Look at this green guy.
Hey, Dirk.
Talking about Hulk smash
in all caps with an exclamation point.
For 1 and a red, it's an instant that has teamwork of 4, which Brian's already gone over. All stuff. So choose one. If this spell was cast using teamwork, choose both. And Hulk Smash. The first one is destroy target non-creature artifact, and the second was target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls.
I mean, blowing up an artifact and not fighting a creature, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
and hopefully smashing it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Who is this other person in the background here? There's Hulk. There's
So-
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk
Who's
and
the other one?
Hulk
Braun?
and She-Hulk, and I think
I
there's
think that's-
another card with like a young Hulk or
yeah,
I think
Hulk's son.
I think from
Hulkling.
from I think it's his name is Braun. I think so. I play the Marvel game, Marvel Strike Force, and it's got a lot of Marvel characters in it, and that's where I know some of these things from. And I think his name is Braun, Brawn, and he's supposed to be Hulk's son. I don't pretend to know the like lore behind that.
Interesting. I do like
So, yeah,
they're
so that-
smashing up a Hydra tank there. That's nice.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay then.
So I've explained the last two. Mike, do you want to explain plans?
I will. So, plans, it kind of lives in a similar headspace as quests, where there's this enchantment and you do stuff and you make progress and you get a bonus. So the example here is a rare plan called Doom Reigns Supreme, and it shows Dr. Doom conquering the world just like he always wanted to. So for 1 and a black, it's a rare enchantment with a subtype of plan. So this opens the door to do other stuff, for other cards to do stuff with plans. And this plan says, whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. All right. And this one, it needs 5. So when the 5th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of their library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among the exiled cards without paying their mana costs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So-
So it's asking. So it's asking
ahead.
a lot. You have to get 5 villains onto the battlefield after you play this, but the reward is really strong.
So this was in my pre-release pool, and I had reliable ways of making villain tokens or playing villains, including Doctor Doom himself, which I'll definitely want to talk about later. And I did get it to pop off once. Every other time, the whole
Awesome.
drain a life from them was plenty. But the time it went off, I got to go through and I grabbed a 4/4 life linking angel off the top of his deck that whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and a removal spell that killed one of his guys. I did in fact win that game. But again, even still, the sorry, the first half of it, that where you're gaining the plot counters is good. You have to keep track of that, not only because you have to, that's the game, but sometimes you're getting enough effects off of the first part of it that you don't want to lose it. But all of the plans, when they are fulfilled, go away. And there's a green uncommon one that's really good that I was kind of hoping I could keep on the battlefield, but when it gets its 4th counter, it leaves, and I was like, oh. So, gotta keep track. So yeah, Doom Reigns Supreme, awesome, and the plans as a whole, I really like this, and it, as you said, very reminiscent of quests from, was that original Zendikar that had the first ones?
Original Zendikar.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get a mythic Doctor Doom down here below it.
Oh, well, there, I hadn't scrolled down that far. Yeah, so this was also in my pool, and it
Oh.
works really well with Doom Reigns Supreme, and is also just really good. So, Doctor Doom for 4 and 2 black is a legendary human scientist villain. Let's not forget he's a scientist. He's mythic. He's a 3/3 for 6. But when he enters, you create two 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot, and they are robot villain artifact creature tokens, so they will trigger Doom Reign Supreme, as well as a host of other things. As long as you control an artifact, creature, or like a Doombot, or a plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible.
Buh.
And at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose 1 life.
Yay.
Your
It never-
instep. Interesting.
Yeah, so you get it that turn. That effect never killed me. This is utterly ridiculous. It's 9. It's a 9/9 essentially.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's. Oh yeah. It is the good, and getting it and the other together was just completely bonkers.
I mean, and I assume that the 3-point, like the 6-point life swing, if your plan, has less than 2 counters on it already, also feels really good in addition to this ridiculous thing that you've just put on the board.
Oh yeah.
Even if the plan is almost full, you're still going to get all 3 triggers from the first ability. It's going to go away at some
They'll go
point.
in the stack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go away at some point before they all resolve, but they'll still resolve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then. Hey, look, another Kang.
Connive is a returning mechanic. I feel like we've seen it not too long ago. But creatures connive. When something says a creature connives, you draw a card and you discard a card. And if you discard a non-land card, you put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. That's it. That's how the mechanic works. There are a lot of things in this set that trigger when either this card connives, or there's a lot of when you draw your second card each turn, do X. So, and this guy is examples of both, but I just told us about Doctor Doom, so
And connive, it turns out. So
apparently.
Brian really wanted to talk about the set, apparently. So Kang, Temporal Tyrant, for 2 a blue and a black, is an uncommon Kang. He's a human villain. When he attacks, he connives. Oh, okay. And when you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. And he's a 3/4. I don't remember if I said that.
This is going to start sounding old, but I had this in my pool and it did make it into the deck.
What the
and
hell?
It was. I ran villains, man. I think I had like 1 card that was not a villain. And my promo card was a card that pumps all heroes.
Naturally.
I did not play the promo card. I don't know a lot of the lore behind Kang. We were just kind of getting into it in the MCU, and then they were like, we're gonna shift to another direction now for reasons.
Yeah.
So I don't know a whole lot of the lore behind this guy. He's from the future?
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
far future, and the reason he comes back in time to pester people is to make sure there isn't anyone who can stop him from conquering everything.
And
So he's going back in time to try to defeat the heroes before they can become problems for him later.
Yeah, except in
he's-
doing so, they become problems for him immediately.
immediately. So he's the Terminator. He's Skynet from the Terminator, but he's sending himself back.
No.
No. It was the analogy I had.
It was not a good one.
Sorry.
He's essentially just a knockoff Doctor Doom, except he's got ridiculously overpowered future tech, and Doom has whatever Doom can come up with, and Doom is still better in every way. Like, somehow, this has probably been dealt with in the 30 years since I first found out about it, but he found out that he was either a descendant of Reed Richards or Victor Von Doom, and he decided to embrace Doom regardless of which one was accurate. I don't know how it came to be that he was one of the two. I don't think that's how genetics works, but shut up.
I
Don't
guess
overthink it.
they had a shared girlfriend.
That is how shared genetics would work.
I mean, he
yeah,
did.
or
He
I
did
guess
kidnap
just
Sue Storm in his first appearance. So,
Well,
are you or are you not my great 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 mom, grandmother, former roommate?
but yeah, there's a really good storyline that went through a handful of annuals because they used to do annuals every year, and there would be storylines that would run through random ones to get you to buy the annuals for books you wouldn't normally buy. And it was called Citizen Kang, and it's revealed that like he went further back into like the 30s, the 20s and 30s, and was slowly like building up the technology. Like he's responsible for some of the what are the word? The elements inside the Vision.
oh,
Vision's like, some of my bits came from this town called Timely, which is a throwback because Marvel Comics, before it was Marvel Comics, was Timely Comics. And so Vision goes to find out what's up, and he gets to Timely. I forget the state. My brain wants to say Wisconsin, but I don't think that's right. But he gets to Timely, and like it's straight out of the like 1940s. Like the tallest building there has 2 stories, and it's like small town Americana, like, you know, Walt Disney's Wet Dreams. And then stuff ensues, and you find out that Victor Timely is actually Kang, and there's a whole bizarre plot. I really enjoyed, not so much the Citizen Kang storyline itself, because that's just big bombastic. Oh no, look at all these weird, like, historical heroes are part of Doom, part of Kang's, what were they called? Chrono Century. I can't remember what they were called now, but the side, one of the side stories in each of these 4 annuals was like a history of Kang, and it was fascinating. Anyway,
that's pretty neat.
Okay.
yeah, if you want to read them sometime, Mike, I'll bring them over. But okay, we got more. We got transforming. Modal double face cards that transform. Whoa.
Yeah, so these are like the ones in Spider-Man where, you know, one side was Miles Morales, the other side was, you know, that version of Spider-Man. I forget exactly what Miles' alter ego is called. So we have seen
Spider-Man.
this. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if he had like, he's not the amazing Spider-Man or whatever, but he's
the
pretty
black
amazing.
one.
Anyway, I didn't, dude. So the one half of the front side of these is kind of the alter ego. The back side is them like in their superhero identity. And you can play them on either side. All of these have an ability that transforms them from their alter ego to their superhero side. I don't think any of them have a trigger to go back to the front. So, play them as a civilian, and then later you can flip them if you want, or straight up play them as their, you know, superhero person.
Hey, Derek, you want to tell us about T'Challa?
King T'Challa is 1 white blue. He's a legendary human noble hero. He's mythic, and he's a 3/2 with flash. And whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card.
Okay, hold up. If you're the player that's drawing the second card, that card literally says, whenever you draw a card, draw a card.
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay, sorry. Keep going, Tarek. I just
I mean,
had to get that out.
there's only one second card you draw every turn. It's not second if it's not phrased like if you draw a card beyond your first. So you're only going to draw your second card one time each turn.
For every
Ugh.
second you draw a card.
Anyway,
So he also has a transform ability for 4 and blue or white blue. Transform King to Chakala. Activate only as a sorcery. He transforms into Black Panther, Hope Enduring, which also has a cost for white blue. And Human Warrior Hero, that's a 3/3, with Flash, Double Strike,
Buh.
prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther.
What?
Oh,
That's what it says. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther. Whenever Black Panther deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
And he's a 3/3, so he got an extra toughness to not take any damage to.
yeah.
Wow.
make it just a little harder to
Pile
give
-1,
him
-1 counters on, I guess.
Yeah.
But I say that's going to be the only way to really get rid of him unless you have a banish spell or something of the sort.
I mean, most freaking removal spell says exile anymore, so.
But if you don't have it,
Sure. You're not killing him in combat, that's for damn sure.
no.
Man, so he's either a really cool way to draw cards and be a king. I do like that he has flash, so that
Yeah.
you can almost guarantee getting an extra card out of him when you drop it on your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is just me, like, still stuck in the past for evaluating cards, but I feel like this is good. Even though it costs 6, the fact that it has flash and can draw you so many more cards makes it feel like it's a great choice for a control deck.
Yeah, and then once you get
Draws you
control,
cards, hard to kill, has flash.
oh, you're talking about, okay. I was thinking like the front side is like a good solid control deck, like extra card draw.
Like draw
and then
cards.
once you get control of the game, you flip him over and just start wailing on their face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or because this, the Black Panther side also has flash, you can just go straight to that part.
Sure.
I do like that you can pick which one you want to go with one side potentially flipping into the other.
Yeah.
Yes. But as you notice, there's no way to go back to the civilian side. Well, he's a king, so not really civilian.
I have a rules question.
Uh-huh.
What happens if you've got one of these transforming modal double face cards and your opponent like blinks it? Do you choose which way it comes in on? I don't remember how that works now.
Well, the rules for that might have changed.
How about as far as you remember?
Okay, as far as I remember, the old default would have been front face. But it's possible that they might have altered that with Spider-Man. I need to go back and I'd either need to go straight back to the CR or go to the Spider-Man release notes to see if that got changed at the time.
Just since you can pick a side, like my brain is like, wait.
Yeah, the default, if I had to guess, I would say the default is still the front face, but I need to look it up to verify.
Okay. Well, I'm sure someone listening is yelling at their audio device. So
Hmm.
I guess it's just phones now these days, isn't it?
Basically.
Wait, why do we have Mjolnir down here?
Because it has its own special mechanic.
Oh, because of Worthy. Oh, what's
Mhm.
that, Mike?
So, Worthy is it's like a quad. What do they call this? It's kind of like a historic. It's historic. Um, it's a word that describes a set of qualities. So, a creature is worthy if it's a legendary non-villain that's red and or white. So,
Th-
legendary non-villain that's red and or white. That makes you worthy. That matters for Mjolnir because, of course, only the worthy can wield it. But let's read through it. So, Mjolnir, the Hammer of Thor, is a mythic legendary equipment that costs 3 and a red. When it enters, it deals 4 damage to up to one target creature.
Oof.
Double all damage equipped creature would deal.
What the? Okay.
And it has its equip ability is equip worthy. One mana. So for 1 mana, you can equip it to a worthy creature. It doesn't have any other equip abilities of its own. So if you want to equip it as someone unworthy, you have to do some shenanigans.
Yeah, you have to attach using another card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it has another ability. You can pay 2 and a red and discard it from your hand. And it deals 2 damage to each creature. So you get a little instant speed pyroclasm if you want to.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a
instant speed pyroclasm.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a mythic Thor that lets you get an equipment back from your graveyard because of course.
Yeah,
Yes, there is. So. Mm-hmm. That one, yeah, you can choose either an instant or sorcery or equipment. I know which one you're talking about.
Double all damage.
Yep, but you have to be worthy.
Jesus.
And it does not pump power or toughness.
Nope.
It
and
does
it's not just combat damage, it's any damage. So the Human Torch would be able to wield Mjolnir and would be dealing extra damage with his first ability.
Okay, I know we're not going to cover every card in the set. I'm fine with that. There is a Hawkeye that we're going to have to talk about in connection with this, but we'll get there.
Okay.
There's one more card here in the mechanics article, and it's because...
And this is so lame.
It is, so the Soul Stone was like,
confused
whoa, like, that's crazy. And then this, I mean, I like this effect, but for the Soul Stone, you had to exile one of your own creatures, and it kind of had that iconic feel to it. And this is pay some mana, so. So it's the Mind Stone. Go ahead.
Okay. The Mind Stone for 1 and a white is a legendary artifact, Infinity Stone. It's mythic. It's indestructible. And it taps to add a white. So it's a 2 mana rock. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, there's more. For 5 and a white, you can tap it to harness it. And once it's harnessed, then its Infinity ability is active. And the Infinity ability is at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent you control, and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So essentially, you blink something that you control.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the Mind Stone somehow.
Now, a free blink of any non-land you control every turn. Yes, you have the initial mana investment, but after that, free. That is strong.
It is.
Yeah,
but it
on
just
something
doesn't...
that's indestructible, it's strong, it's obnoxious, it's everything you want it to be.
But it's not the Mind Stone.
Yes. It's... Yes. Yeah. I have no notes. I just agree with Chewy.
I do want to say I really like the art on this, because this is sort of a representation of how Thanos got the Mind Stone in the Thanos Quest back in the day. It was the games master was the one who had it, but he didn't keep it on his person. He had it in this like protected by multiple force fields thing over here, and he Thanos, in order to get it, Thanos had the other 5 at this point. The one the games master had was the last one, and he had to challenge him to a game. We didn't have to because he had the other 5, but he was like, "Yeah, sure, this will be fun." And the games master challenged him to a game that he then cheated at in order to take out Thanos to get all 6. And then it turns out that Thanos had also cheated by sending in a Thanos bot, a robotic duplicate. And he's like, well, if you'd kept it on your person, then you'd know that was a robot because he didn't have a mind. But sucks to be you, nerd.
So this isn't Adam Warlock then?
I don't know who this is, but
Okay.
in the art, I'm just saying the background thing with the chessboard and the 2 seats, that is...
Gotcha. That is straight out of that scene. I wasn't
Yeah.
even thinking about the background because I didn't recognize it. So, okay.
Yeah,
I thought with the yellow glow and all that, it was Adam Warlock, but that might just be the stone.
The stone.
So,
Yeah, Adam Warlock is famous for having the Soul Stone on him at all times. So
okay. Then probably not.
I don't know if this is supposed to represent anyone in particular or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were kind of happy about the fact that they pictured the in-betweener with the Soul Stone. You're like, hey, that's cool, and hadn't seen him before. Well,
Oh yeah.
it was more of a deep cut. So I was like, all right, I wonder who this is, and it's.
It looks
some
like he's
hands.
wearing gloves.
Yeah, I guess we got to figure out who wears a glove.
Who wears gloves in the
Razor
Marvel
like that.
universe?
Oh yeah, that was the in-betweener on the Soul Stone. I'd forgotten about that. That was a deep cut. That was cool as hell. And I mean, this could be a representation of the game master, I guess. I don't know. He's usually blue, but I don't know. Whatever.
Well, anybody would look yellow with this thing. So those are the mechanics.
Okay, that's it for the mechanics article. Sweet.
So, I know, so just as a quick thing, when I was doing the pre-release, I opened up Agent Coulson, who is really good. He was my promo card, and I'm like, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna do a heroes deck. So, turning to the card image gallery, Agent Phil Coulson for 1 and a white. He is a human spy hero. He's rare. He's a 2/2 of vigilance, so he's a pretty good bear. And you can tap him to put a +1/+1 counter on each other hero you control.
Oof.
And I was like,
Wow.
I know what I'm doing. And then I opened up the plot, and I opened up Doctor Doom and Kang and the Masters of Evil, which is a lord for villains. Your other villains get an unholy strength,
Good
+2/+1.
Wow.
And it was. I had ways to make villain tokens. It was just crazy. But I will say, I appreciate the Phil Coulson, and I was like, maybe I'll do that. And then I got the other stuff, and it was like, But again, not here to run through every card in the deck, but I do also want to say one of the other cards that I had that was not a hero, and in fact, it felt so good to do this for the wrong reasons. If you search for Captain America, but not, and we can go over any of these that you want, but I'm looking for, in the artifacts, Captain America's shield.
Ooh, I've heard. I cannot corroborate this, but I've heard that when Captain America throws his mighty shield, all of those who chose to oppose his shield must yield.
I've heard that too.
So,
And it
did
is
you find
true.
that was the case?
I did. So
Oh,
I want
sweet.
you to somebody read Captain America's shield, and then I want you to picture what happens when this is attached to one of my big nasty villains. So, because it is
Artifact.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oof.
Sorry. Did you hear that? Did that go
That's
through
pretty
the
serious.
link?
I did not hear.
I heard you say
You,
ow.
s-
Oh, okay.
you said yeah. I heard the owl, but I didn't hear
Sorry,
what preceded the owl.
one of my toes cracked real hard, and I went, ow, and you went, ooh. And I was like, oh, crap, did the mic pick that up?
I think he was reacting to the card.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's it do?
Captain America Shield for 2. It's a legendary artifact equipment that's rare. It's indestructible. Equipped creature gets +0/+8 and has vigilance.
What the hell?
Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. It equips for 2.
Yeah. So
Wow, that equips for 2? Gosh.
it equips for 2. So a lot of times I would just be like, "Hey, play a guy. There's there's just a little common guy, a Kingpin's Enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
Kingpin's Enforcers for 3 is a 2/3 with lifelink, and another ability where you can pay some mana and sack a creature, including itself, or an artifact to draw a card. But importantly, it's a 2/3 with lifelink. And it's a villain, and I had 3 copies of it. And often I would like play it, and then I'd be like, all right, Kingpin's thugs pick up Captain America's shield. So now they're a 2/11, and they
so
swing with vigilance, and I tap down one of your guys every time they attack, without any other shenanigans.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I ended up going 3-2 out of 5 rounds. It started at 7 in the evening, and Sam and I got home a little after 2 in the morning. Just because every round, it's a pre-release, but every round went over time by at least 20 minutes, and it was long. And after the 3rd round, I was like, "Are you good?" And she's like, "I'm going into the 3rd round." She was like, "I might want to go home," and then she won, and she's like, "No, I want to keep going." Um, and and she had a really good time. She opened the nuts, and maybe as we go through other stuff, I'll be like, "Yeah, she had that or not," but. The only decks that beat me were very exceptional players and ones that could basically either out resource me or get me dead before I could get all my stuff. So yeah, but so hey, hey Chewy, who's one of your favorite heroes? Let's just see if they got a card. Let's just do it. Let's have some fun with this.
Let's see who do I like? I don't know. You put
Who was
me on
like
the
your
spot.
Who was your as a kid? Who was your first favorite Marvel hero? And don't say Batman, or we'll be here all night.
Uncle Scrooge. Wait, no. I mean, I have to lie because my first one would be freaking Spider-Man, but he already had a whole set.
He did have
Ooh,
a
does
whole
Beast have a
He's
card?
got some. Beast has
Yes.
a card, yes, and it's in multicolor. It's an uncommon, but it's pretty awesome.
What?
So why don't you tell us about Beast, Erudite
I see
Aerialist?
Beast Within and Beast Mode in green. I'm like, all right, I get it. All right, so Beast Erudite Aerialist. Oh, that's hard to say. Erudite Aerialist.
And I think that's on purpose.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
there was going to be X-Men in here. For some reason, I was thinking it was just like Avengers and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well, sucks to be you, Mike. All right, so Beast Erudite Aerialist is an uncommon legendary mutant scientist hero for 3. Oh, and a blue-green blue-green hybrid. And he's uncommon. So as long as you've put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on Beast this turn, he has flying. Oh. That's cute.
Huh.
And whenever Beast deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And the flavor text is the ever popular, "Oh my stars and garters," which is a thing Beast used to say all the time.
If it wasn't the flavor text, then So I like this a lot, and it's not like ridiculous. It's not a rare or mythic, but for an uncommon, and you know, there's a lot of ways to put +1/+1 counters on stuff in this set.
Yeah.
He's a hero. You team up with Agent Phil Coulson. Phil Coulson's like, hey, Beast, get bigger.
Yeah, and just thinking about it, like the first one you do, okay, now it's a 4/4 with flying that's going to draw you a card. That
Yeah.
sounds really exciting.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. And it only gets worse from
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah. You have to keep giving him counters if you want him to keep flying. Oh darn, that's terrible. But you may not have a way to do it. You may or may not have a way to do it every turn.
Yeah. So he's cool.
Hey, hey, Mike, who was your favorite superhero growing up?
Let's see. I would have.
Dirk, you're up next.
probably-
You better start thinking.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, Dirk.
Let's see. I probably would have also said Spider-Man at first blush, but let's skip Spider-Man for now. Let's say Wolverine.
Okay.
I think I do know there's Wolverine.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's at least
there
one Wolverine
is.
card that's stupid.
It's I love it. So go, yeah. It's a multicolor.
Yeah,
All right,
Fierce
let's see what we
Fighter's
got
the one you're looking for, I think.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I knew about this Wolverine. I didn't know there were X-Men. Okay. So,
He's an Avenger.
and this one
too.
has something real. This one has something really interesting on it that I think opens up a lot of design space. So, Wolverine, Fierce Fighter, for 2, a red and a green, is a rare legendary mutant berserker hero. It's a 3/5 with haste. When Wolverine enters, he fights up to 1 other target creature. Of course.
Yeah.
Now, here's the wild part. If damage would be dealt to Wolverine, instead, that damage is dealt, but all other damage already dealt to him is healed.
Which, so
Healed?
there are,
Yeah.
yeah,
Healed is a brand new word.
yeah. It doesn't say removed, it says healed.
Yeah.
So there are games where damage persists between turns, like Lorcana, some of the Star Wars games, but you might go like, this seems weird in Magic, but it's supposed to be the regeneration, and what it completely prevents is like shock that and then lightning bolt it.
Yeah.
Or
mhm.
any sort of any damage that's not in combat, that's not just make my guy bigger, is not going to really work.
Yeah. So but with healed, they found a snappy, easy to understand way of saying remove all marked damage from it. And that's great because regeneration effects, in the rules are kind of complicated. But now, if you want to write out reminder text for it, you just have to say the next time this would be destroyed instead. Next time this would be destroyed, instead, tap it and heal it. There you go. You can now have effects that instead of damage prevention effects, you can have healing effects. And it's something that when you state it like that, it's just so easy for a person to understand that I think it'll play out really naturally.
That is neat.
hmm
But
There's a card from Visions or Weatherlight, some ogre, where they were trying to do something like this. And the oracle text for that one just got so bizarrely convoluted over the years. And I wonder if it could. I'm interested in seeing what its new oracle text is, if they're able to incorporate this healed um, tech
said an
into it.
ogre?
Language, yeah.
Mike,
What?
you said an ogre?
I think it was an ogre. I think it was an ogre versus an orc, and I think it was somewhere in Mirage Block. I have a feeling it was Visions, but it could have been any one of the 3 sets.
Oh, this new Gatherer sucks. For set, all I can have is or not Visions and Weatherlight. I can't do like or.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to see what it was, and cannot be... Oh, this is it. Ogre Enforcer cannot be destroyed by lethal damage unless a single source deals enough damage to destroy it. Is that what you mean?
Oh, yes. Never mind. I think, yeah, I think I'm thinking of an older version of its Oracle text that was weirder and worse. Its current Oracle text says can't be destroyed by lethal damage unless lethal damage dealt by a single source is marked on it. I think that's fine. They don't have to go back and revise it for healed. But I think there was another way they tried to fix it that also involved preventing or reducing damage or doing some other kind of goofy stuff. But oh well.
Yeah.
So I guess Ogre Enforcer is already fine.
I just had to go and look it up and ruin Mike's fun. I'm the worst.
Of course.
So, getting back to Wolverine here, what exactly in the holy blue hell does this card do? So he shows up and fights with a creature. So let's say you point him at an opponent's 3/3.
Yep.
So he's a 3/5 that's taken 3. How
Correct.
often do creatures take like multiple damage?
Well, he has haste, so he's going to attack. He might get blocked.
I completely missed that he had haste.
And like Brian says, it stops okay, deal some damage to that. No, I'll shock it. Now it's dead. You just can't do that to Wolverine.
Yeah. Because
I mean,
every single instance would...
Other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's flavor because it's his regeneration and then they made it work on the card. I think I get where your question is like, how often is this going to come up? And I'm like, I don't know. He's still going to die to like 8/7/7, sure, but I think it's a representation.
The fact that he has haste actually makes this much more common, and I just completely missed that. Because he's gonna fight fight the 3/3 and then swing, and your opponent could be like, "I'll block with my 2/2." He's dead, and now it's a block with my 2. Oh,
yeah.
Huh. All right. Well,
Hey,
I
Dirk.
asked a dumb question then.
Hey, Dirk.
Yes.
Favorite hero before I'll go, and then you guys can get ready for villains. Hint, hint. But who's your favorite hero?
Well, my favorite were the Kree. So, Kree Commando... No.
I was gonna, what? Hey!
To Dirk,
was
the Kree are the heroes of the story.
So,
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. We got a question in the chat. Does Wolverine's ability stop double blocking from killing him?
No, because all of that damage is dealt simultaneously.
Is it?
Okay.
I don't remember how combat works anymore, and like the nitty gritty details, because they changed it so many times, and then I stopped playing.
Tell you what, I mean, they are coming from different sources. Let me look at the release notes article to see if there's anything on Wolverine's entry that says something about that.
Okay, we'll come back to Wolverine then. Okay, Dirk, who are you gonna read? I'm sorry.
So it really wasn't until the Iron Man, Thor, all those movies came out. I've always been like an X-Men person, and so I would have said Wolverine, but
way to go,
Mike already got it, and Wolverine already had his own special card, what was like the limited release or whatever. where it had like the version that just tore things up and everything. But for this set, I would say I would either go with Captain America or Captain Marvel. So we're going to go with Captain America, Super Soldier. For 1 and 2 white, he's a 3/2 legendary creature, human soldier hero that's mythic. Has first strike. Captain America enters with a shield counter on him.
Yep.
Nice.
So if he would be dealt damage or destroyed, remove a shield counter from him instead. And he also says, as long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof.
Good God.
Wow.
Man, he is the whitest of white creatures, and I mean that in a magic sense, not in a. Although he is also the whitest of white creatures.
Hey, I know that reference.
See, it's funny because Captain America is the one that originally said it.
Oh,
So-
Dirk, that was. I hate you.
You're welcome.
What? Why did that get me?
Because of course it did.
It was inspired. What can I say?
That's
Okay,
right.
I'm sorry. I'm back. Oh,
So,
that
yeah.
came out of left field from my brain, so it hit my funny bone.
That is what I do. Come out of left
Oh.
field.
Oh, my head. But yeah, that's pretty good. Who is this he's punching? Is it just a random
Hitler?
like Hydra guy?
Just a
No.
random baddie.
not
Is it Flag Smasher?
I mean, the Flag Smasher I remember had a cape
Oh,
and wore white, but that was also the 90s, so. Holy crap, they put Red Guardian. Well, I guess Red Guardian had 2 movies, so yeah, right.
One of my opponents had Red Guardian, and it really, really bothered him. He's like, I really like this card. It just needs to be red. I'm like, the ability's white, and he's like, he's Red Guardian. They needed to find a way to make him red. I'm like, I guess I see your point.
So Red
So-
Guardian is
Go
a
ahead.
2/2 for 2 and a white with flash. It says when he enters, destroy target creature an opponent controls that dealt damage this turn. I first read it as that was dealt damage this turn, and I'm like, that is a red ability. No, it's that dealt damage this turn. So yeah, it's a white like punishment thing.
mm.
But also Red Guard, like before Red Guardian had any sort of movie roles played by David Harbour, no one remembered Red Guardian.
No one would have.
Like, I remember Red Guardian, but that's just because he showed up in like one of the first 2 Avengers books I ever read. So, you know, he's embedded in my brain, but like normal people don't know Red Guardian, and then they got David Harbour to play him, and he was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
Oh well. So Brian,
So-
who are you gonna go with?
So I was gonna say, so like so many others, if I'm really being honest, because there's a lot of heroes in this set that I like, and I'm almost a little disappointed that, you know, we were all on the same page. I was an X-Man fan. I saw the cartoon in the 90s, and it was great. And my favorite character, Phoenix, is not here, but I always liked Storm. And one of the great things about X-Men 97, the Disney Plus show that ran a couple of years ago, and I think season 2 is getting ready to come out, is they did her right. Because Magneto says, you're the closest thing to a goddess we've ever seen. And the Sentinels, when she starts getting close, are like, Omega level threat approaching. And I'm like, yes, because Storm is kind of nuts. And the thought that she's on the same level as, like, I don't know, Morph is kind of silly. So here we have Storm Windrider. For 1, a green, and 2 white. She's rare. She's a 4/4 with flying for 4. and she controls the skies. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control
Oh.
because the air is the worst place to be. And whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until end of turn.
What the actual hell?
Because she sweeps you up in a tornado. So she can't be blocked because unless except for creatures with reach, she can't be
Yeah.
blocked.
Go, giant spider.
Go giant spider. Chewie's nemesis. And with her second ability, you either target an opponent's creatures with stuff and be like, hey, you're up in the air now, you can't block. Great. And in fact, you can't block any of my stuff, whether it's her or on the ground. Or you target your own stuff with like a spell that says put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. That creature gains flying. Well, they still can't block it except with reach because their own flyers can't block. So, I, yeah.
Yeah, that's vaguely
I,
ridiculous.
That's a really cool design for Storm.
It is.
I like it. I like it. Because they could have easily put her in red and done lightning, but
Yeah, and just made another Thor or whatever.
yeah, but this feels like no, the sky is her domain, and if you're up there, it's actually detrimental because she's just going to knock you around. So that's why I pick Storm. Plus, again, I think the character is just awesome, and I'm glad to see her getting some respect.
You would destroy my bird deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was all fun being the good guys, but I mean, really. Sam's favorite Marvel character for years has been Loki. And, hey, charisma, charm, and everything else. Tom Hiddleston? Hiddleston? Yeah. So, Chewie,
What?
favorite villain. And is it Thanos?
Of course it is. But I figured
course
you
it
wanted
is.
to talk about one of the Lokis.
No. Who was your favorite? Was it Thanos? Because there is a Thanos here.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I've seen Thanos, and it makes me happy.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't really make me happy because it's the lame movie version of Thanos, but So
Didn't
Thanos
he
the
do
Mad
this, like-
Titan is an eternal villain because he is one of the. I don't know how they managed to turn eternal into a creature type, but it's accurate, so okay. But he costs a red, a white, and a black for a 4/4 with Death Touch and Lifelink. Which, yeah, that sounds right. Okay. Now, what is Thanos most known for?
In the MCU,
Yeah.
the snap.
Yeah,
Well-
collecting the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, collecting the 6 Infinity Gems, right?
Yeah.
Or stones or whatever. The 6 Infinity Baubles. So, of course, Thanos has power up, and his power up is a Wooburg plus a colorless, because that's 6 colors, essentially.
Ah.
And his power up is put 2 +1/+1 counters on Thanos. All right. Choose odd or even. Destroy each other creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Which is, like I said, that's leaning heavy into the, perfectly balanced as all things must be, like lame version of Thanos that made it into the MCU.
No, but didn't he do the snap in the comics as well?
I mean, he did snap his fingers and snuff out half the life in the universe, but it wasn't because everything needed to be perfectly balanced as all things should be. And it wasn't because he was like, oh no, overpopulation is a thing and there's not enough resources to go around. So rather than using infinite power to just make more resources, he decided to snuff out half the life in the universe. The more that I think about like the Thanos from the MCU, the more he's just lame.
No, this is the one that was trying to get in Death's pants, right?
Yeah, the reason that he snuffed out half the life in the universe in the comics continuity is because he was madly in love with the physical manifestation of death, and that's the task that she gave him when she resurrected him however long ago. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna do this for my lady, and then I can get in that purple robe of hers. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And instead what he did was become many levels of existence higher than her, and even though he did what she asked, she still resented him because, you know, you're supposed to be my slave and do what I say. You're not supposed to become the Lord of all creation of which I am a part. What the hell, dude? And I always felt for poor nihilistic horrible bastard Thanos, because at his heart it's a love story, and he got spurned by the woman he loves for technically doing what she asked. And I always thought that gave
Just
him
doing
like,
it,
added depth.
doing it too well. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact that you can just play or pay Wooburg and a colorless and get a 6/6 Death Touch lifelinker that also blows up either odd or even things based on which one does more for you is really good. Don't get me wrong, I love the card.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's a 4/4 Death Touch lifelinker for a what is that, a Mardu? Like,
Yeah.
that's completely ridiculous.
Yeah. And because of the way, Power Up works with the cost reduction, if you have the 6, you can just get the big version and the snap straight away.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant when I said pay 6 for a 6/6 Death Touch lifelinker and wipe half the board.
Got it.
So yeah, I love that they incorporated essentially the 6 colors into his power up. That's a really nice, like, flavorful touch.
Yeah. And I get where you're coming from, but I think there could be an argument to be made that this one's more comic accurate because he's not, like, unbalanced with this. He is totally picking which side he wants to save and which side he is killing off. But it's also it is half if there's an equal split, so I can see it either way. So
yeah, and his flavor text says I shall restore the cosmic balance, which actually goes for both of those too. So it could be that I'm just bitter about the MCU version of my favorite villain, who worked
and that's
in the MCU. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that version of Thanos is what that storyline needed.
Yeah. The version from the comics would have not fit in as well. But you are allowed to have a preference, and the one you grew up with is the one that matters to you. So I got you. Hey, Mike.
Oh, I was going to mention one more thing about Thanos. Something else cool that they did with Thanos the Mad Titan is that he doesn't just have an art card. He has a 9-panel art card collection.
I was just really about to say, I just scrolled down and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I realized it. He's a full binder page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
There is that. So Thanos, I'm going to tell you right now, Thanos was also my favorite. Even though I didn't own a ton of comic books, he was always my favorite. And when he was in the MCU and in that first post-credit scene of the Avengers, not the first one, but of the first Avengers, I was like, there's a thought of like, oh, it wasn't just me that liked this guy, you know? So, especially because I didn't know a whole lot of other people that read comic books. It was definitely a feeling of validation of like, he was the cool one after all, and I knew it. Yeah. So it's nice to see, again, love for Storm, love for Thanos. Anything else about Thanos, or are we going to keep moving?
There's a Thanos copter. And I guess that's in the Commander set?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell, dude? Okay, anyway. All right, who's next? Mike.
All right. So first note, I did look up the release notes.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing on Wolverine clarifying combat stuff, so I'm going to go with what I started to think is that the way combat damage dealing works, it's all dealt simultaneously, so it's a single event. So because it's a single event, you don't treat the whatever you want to call the packets of damage separately, and Wolverine can be killed in combat if he's blocked by multiple creatures who would deal him 5 or more damage together.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So, for my favorite villain, I had to go down a list.
My God.
What?
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
Sure.
I've still got the Thanos search done here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scrolling back up to get to the search bar, even though the search bar stays at the top, so I don't have to scroll up, but I'm dumb. And there's a blue card in the commander set called Space Shift, which is Thanos on his, like, the chair that he uses to jump through dimensions and whatnot. And the flavor text is, I don't know if it's word for word, but it's damn near straight out of the Thanos quest. It says, my quest takes me through strange myriad dimensions. For a lesser being, this would be a fatal endeavor. But Thanos endures. And I'm not going to use the words fully erect, but
We have been saying since the Lord of the Rings set, magic fatigue is real. It is. But damn, if these people don't care, at least the card designers don't care about the love that goes into these things. Because
it's okay, sorry.
So-
Keep going, Mike.
so Mike-
I'm sorry.
he's really not, but go ahead.
I
Yeah.
am.
I had to go down a list because I just wasn't finding the villains that were coming to mind for favorite. It's like, oh, Red Skull. No, there's no Red Skull. What?
Really?
Okay. Magneto. No Magneto. Okay, fine. Mr. Sinister. No. Okay. Kingpin. Sure, why not? All right. Good. There's a Kingpin card.
Keep in mind, they're certainly gonna. They've done two of the Infinity Stones. And they're one per set, so we're gonna see more.
Yeah.
So
All right. So, the Kingpin of crime. For 1, a white and a black.
Of course he's
rare.
white and black.
Yep. A rare legendary human villain. He's a 1/5 with extort.
Of course he has extort.
Yep.
This is good already.
Yeah. So throwback to one of the previous Ravnica sets. Extort is a triggered ability. Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay a white or a black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain that much life. So, a 1/5 for 3, extort. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power.
Okay, I'm really glad that I did not jump in when you said he's a 1/5, and I was like, wrong. Because the Kingpin is not a fat dude. Like,
No.
that is like pure muscle, and he is almost superhumanly strong.
Yes.
And I'm like, why is he a 1/5?
He only appears to be a 1/5.
Yeah.
He's not really a 1/5.
Yeah. So that is super sick.
he has a public face. He's a legitimate businessman. He has to, put forward this facade. And then he gets into it with Daredevil, and he's like, bam.
Mm-hmm.
But only on the attack. Hey, you're attacking me. I'm just a 1/5, man. You know,
Yeah,
leave me alone.
I'm just citizen Wilson Fisk.
Yeah,
Why are you
innocent
punching me?
bystander.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so good on so many
Yeah.
levels.
Imagine if they had Captain Shield with them.
Oh
I
God.
know.
What is it? +8, so he'd be
Yeah,
a
so 13.
113
Plus
that
0,
swings
plus
for
8.
13.
Uh,
+0, +8 vigilance, and taps something down when he attacks. So
yeah, yeah. I'll pay 2 life to
Doran
attack for 13. That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I like
Doran
it.
the siege tower says, "That's my boy."
And
I'm so
Kingpin
proud.
is like, "Will you get away from me? I need to look like a legitimate businessman."
Just carrying around this shield. It's after 10. Hey, Dirk, villain, go.
But
So I was looking for Helia, because again, from the Marvel movies, she was the one I thought was the most awesome.
wait, who?
She's not there, so I
Oh,
went with the one
Hella.
that when you see the What If series, one of the more interesting ones was Ultron. So I'm going to
Okay.
go with Ultron.
Excellent
Uh,
choice.
artifi- artificial malevolence. So for 3 mana, he's a 2/4 mythic legendary robot villain. Whenever another non token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain creature in addition to its other types.
oh my
You know
God.
what?
He wait. Oh, okay. I see what he's done
He,
there. He makes a copy in his own image of whatever
yeah,
artifact that you have played.
yeah.
Yeah,
You too can
cool.
make your spine of Ishza into an Ultron.
I mean, it would be easier to get rid of if it was a 2/2.
It would. It would.
Yes.
Wow, that is.
Do I want to know about the nightmare that is making a sort of cauldra a creature? No, no, I don't think I want to know.
Turning equipment into creatures isn't very exciting because then they can't attach to anything.
Okay, that was easier than I thought it would be. Thank you, Mike. Good
Man,
choice, Dirk.
that is really cool.
Mhm.
Again, and flavorful for Ultron, who, that's sort of his deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, question for you guys, for mine. Is Galactus a villain? In here, he's not. He does not have the villain creature type. But in Marvel, is he a villain?
I mean,
Um,
in that he occasionally tries to eat our planet, and that is
yeah, that he's
explicitly against our interests, yes.
a
But
major threat. Yeah.
then in terms of the greater cosmic whatever, no, he is in the same way that like a hurricane isn't a villain. It just does what it does. Galactus isn't a villain, he just does what he does.
So, I too was like Mike, where I was like, okay, the ones that I was really hoping to see, I didn't see yet, and I'm sure there'll be more Marvel sets, and maybe we'll get a Magneto. It would feel like a real missed opportunity if we didn't. So I'm gonna cheat just a little bit because I already talked about Doctor Doom, who was probably one of my favorites growing up, and
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go to one. I'm gonna go with my favorite one that was in my deck, more than Doctor Doom, and it's Taskmaster. And this card is utterly and
Oh,
completely ridiculous. I told you I got stacked stuff, and I got a copy of
Damn.
Taskmaster Mercenary Mimic for 2, a blue and a black. Human mercenary villain. It's rare. It's a 3/5. Photographic reflexes. At the beginning of your first main phase, so he has to last a turn, which in sealed wasn't too hard. Until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to one target creature on the battlefield or creature card in a graveyard. Except his name is Taskmaster Mercenary Mimic, and he's a legendary mercenary villain creature, which means he can copy your legends all day long. But I managed to draw him quite a bit, and every opponent was like, "Wait, what do you mean you can copy my creatures?" I'm like, "Yes." Or the
That's his
things that
whole thing.
I've killed, or the things that I've killed. A lot of times I just turned him into, a Kingpin's Enforcer. It's a 2/3 with lifelink because why not? But he became a sentry. There was a game where the opponent played The Coming of Galactus, which is a saga, and on the last chapter, it makes a Galactus token. And I had played Taskmaster after the first chapter, which blows up a permanent. And what was going to happen was that when he was going to get Galactus, on my next turn, Taskmaster was going to become Galactus, and because he'd already been on the battlefield, he was going to immediately attack. I won the game the turn before Galactus was going to come out, so I was like, oh, I mean, yay, I win, but also like, oh. Taskmaster looks very straightforward. He's one of these things where we can either spend 2 minutes talking about him or an hour because it all depends on what is he copying. But he copies so many things, and again, he remains a villain. So like the Masters of Evil still give him an unholy strength. He still triggers everything with Doom taking over the world, all that sort of stuff. You're like, okay, I get it, it's a copy effect, but he's so good at it. He just has to last a turn. And if it's early enough that there's nothing great out, he can just be like, "No, I'm gonna stay a 3/5. I'm good." Or I can turn him into something else that's relatively weak and give him Captain America's mighty shield. And everybody must yield. Straight up.
Yeah.
I will
And I was, for anyone curious, it says until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to one target
Yeah.
creature. So it's not a May
Yeah.
ability, but you can choose to copy nothing.
Right.
Mhm.
And he just stays himself.
Yeah.
Uh, Real quick, I will mention Sam's favorite card from her deck, which she had Captain Marvel, which was utterly ridiculous. She had like all the good white cards, lots of mythics, but probably one of the best ones was Super Adaptoid.
Wait, Super
Super,
Adaptoids in this set?
yeah. Oh, have you not seen this? Then you should read it.
Oh, there it is. There's a dash. Okay. All right, I'll read. Oh, look at that tiny little text. All right, Super Adaptoid for 2. It's a legendary artifact creature robot villain. Its power. Okay, hang on. Its power is equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. That makes sense, yeah. Whenever Super Adaptoid enters or attacks, choose another target creature. If that creature has haste and Super Adaptoid doesn't, put a haste counter on it. Do the same for Flying, First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. Huh. And it has 2 toughness. So power equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. Toughness is 2.
In sealed, there are a tremendous number of legendary creatures in this set.
Yeah.
And this, kind of like Taskmaster, this can target any other creature, including your opponents.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're counters. So once you
And they're
once you
counters.
get flying, he just keeps flying.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all it takes is that one indestructible token or one indestructible counter, and the 2 toughness doesn't really even matter.
Yeah, it just says
And
choose another target creature.
yeah, this thing, and it costs 2 of any mana. And she almost didn't put it into the deck. And she's like, I'll put it in, I'll see. And I was not helping her deck build. She knows what she's doing. And later she's like, it does all the work. I'm like, I bet it does. bet it does.
Yeah, she didn't give me any specifics, but she told me that every round that she played was 2 games. Either she got smashed or she crushed someone's face, and I was like,
Oh,
nice.
the people that she crushed were like yeah. There was a gentleman there who was playing her, and I think he's one of the ones that beat her. But afterward, he's like, I have a daughter on the way, and she's gonna be born in October, and I just want to know how to like get her, get her into Magic. I'm like, step one, have the baby, then we can talk later. But I said, Carrie has no interest in this, and I always promised her that if Sam doesn't want to do it, hey, she doesn't have to do it. And Sam decided she wanted to do it on her own. And she does not do a pre-release for every set. It's just the ones that interest her. And she's one of the ones that saw Marvel and was like, yes. So, um, I mentioned that. So I like the plots quite a bit, and there's a green one that I wish would stick around a bit longer because it's planned. I might have said plots. It's plot counters, but
No,
it's
they're still playing counters, so
oh, there's so there's no plotting at
there's
all.
no plotting at all.
But
Yeah, you're just nonsense. Is it Claim the
dang,
Kingdom?
I'm claim the kingdom. Yeah, I wish that it actually lasted a bit longer because landfall put a +1/+1 counter on something is really good. I know we're used to it in standard right now, but that also makes a creature indestructible for Super Adaptoid. But yeah, real quick, for 1 and a green, it's an enchantment plan. It's uncommon. It has landfall whenever a land you control enters. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, put an indestructible counter on target creature you control. There were a couple feel bads where I had a lot of 3 drops in the deck, so I would have to play Claim the Kingdom on 2, turn 3, kind of miss a trigger. Not miss it, because you have to put, it's not a May, you have to put the plan counter on it, so I kind of missed the +1/+1, but it was still really good. So, yeah.
And
Making
you said
things
something
big
about a
and then
Hawkeye.
making them.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
oh yeah.
If you
I
don't
did.
have, whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control and a plan counter on this enchantment. It's not up to 1 target, so if you don't have a target, the trigger will fizzle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I played that wrong. Good to know. I did mention a Hawkeye. There is Hawkeye Young Avenger. There's a couple Hawkeyes, but Mike, since you're all about the rules and making sure that everything works correctly, why don't you talk us through Hawkeye Young Avenger?
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, this is Kate Bishop.
Yep.
All right. So Hawkeye Young Avenger. For 3 and a red, an uncommon legendary human archer hero, a 2/4 with reach. So go giant spider. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, instead, it deals that much damage plus X, where X is Hawkeye's power.
Ooh.
So, what were we talking about before? It was in the mechanics article, which I have since closed.
Mjolnir.
That's
So
right.
that
Doubles the
wouldn't,
damage.
yeah, that wouldn't do anything special here because Hawkeye is just modifying how much damage that other source deals. Hawkeye isn't dealing any damage herself.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well, that's probably for the best, but I was like, okay.
This is nuts, right?
So if someone else was holding Mjolnir and that someone else was dealing some non-combat damage, then Hawkeye would modify it. And but depending on who or what is getting dealt damage, no, never mind. In this case, your opponent would get to decide which order to apply the effects because of the way replacement effects work. So if they know what they're doing, they can choose the less bad one for themselves.
Yeah, because it's either add the 2 and then double it, or double it and then add the 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when there's more than one replacement effect that could modify how an event affects an object or a player, then it's that player or the controller of the affected object who decides what order to apply them in.
Okay.
Hmm.
The most creative use I saw with this young Hawkeye was definitely this plus Photon Blast Barrage, which is a mouthful. But
That's a neat
Photon
card. I saw that. That's a neat card.
What's that do?
All right, let me look it up here. So Photon Blast Barrage, it costs X red for an uncommon sorcery. When you cast this spell, copy it X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. Photon Blast Barrage deals 1 damage to target creature.
Oh. Wait, who is that?
So with Kate, it's Photon.
That's,
oh, it's
yeah, Photon.
Oh,
she was.
idiot.
I think she was a Captain Marvel for a while.
She was,
but
yeah,
then later
Monica
she took the
Rambeau.
name
Yeah.
Photon. Yeah.
I forgot it's Photon Blast Barrage. I think of like Iron Man doing a barrage of Photon Blast or something.
The
Oh, yeah.
Repulsor Blast. I think
Yeah, but
Repulsor
no,
Blast
this
also.
is Photon Blast Barrage. Okay, got it.
But
oh, it's
with
in
young,
the flavor text. I'm stupid.
but with young Hawkeye out, then each of these actually deals at least
3.
2 damage.
3.
3? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Hawkeye's base power is 2. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah. So, and if X is 0, you still get the original spell, which is just deal a damage, which turns into a little more expensive lightning bolt.
This is a really interesting variant on like a fireball.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a grape shot. Yeah.
Well, no, because grape shot wasn't an X spell.
Yeah. Or Rolling Thunder.
That's the
Remember
one.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an X spell that divides damage as you choose. This, in a way, simplifies that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet playing this on Arena sucks.
Yeah, probably just keeping track of what you've clicked on and haven't clicked on.
Yeah. That's kind of rough, but you know.
So this, because it makes so many copies of itself, it interacts with, like half of the original Strixhaven set, and several other cards that really like you to make copies of spells.
That's true.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Chat says combo her with Iron Fist. Iron Fist. I'm gonna guess you mean the Iron Fist living weapon.
Probably.
So
I did not see that card.
So for 2 and a red, he's an uncommon 2/3 human warrior hero. Says whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control. Okay. Iron Fist gains tap. Iron Fist deals damage equal to his power to any other target until end of turn. Oh, so it's just because he's dealing damage. Okay, got it.
Giant Growth is in the set, which we haven't seen a ton of just green for +3/+3 in a while. It's usually been like either +2/+2 or it's going to cost 2 or more. But Giant Growth is in the set for just an easy way to be like, hey, get big, smash.
Also, Iron Fist is a 2/3. I don't know if I said that.
I think you did.
Omenpaths said, I want to equip him with Mjolnir. Well, yeah, you do.
He is very worthy. So,
I mean, in a Magic Rules sense, yeah. I don't know if I would give Iron Fist Mjolnir, like, actually. I don't know enough about Iron Fist, to be honest.
I think he'd rather just punch things anyway.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah. What need have I of a weapon when I have the perfect weapon that is my body, or something?
yeah. So, we've run through quite a bit. I know that we may not be covering this set in any future episodes. So, were there any other cards that anybody really want to make sure that we got to?
They put Mockingbird in here? Man, what?
Wow.
And I have not looked at this set at all, so
I
what
I
you
do
giggling
want
at?
to talk.
When you said Mockingbird, I'm going, mock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
I hate
I
you.
am gonna I am gonna talk for a second about everybody's favorite lawyer, Jennifer Walters, because this card is just insane, is overstated and just ridiculous. So Jennifer Walters, for one and a white, is a legendary human advisor hero. She's a lawyer. She is mythic. She's a 2/3 for two. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn, so she just shuts all that down. Or you can play her on her other side, or transform her for three, a green and two white. Transform her into the sensational She-Hulk, which Jennifer Walters for 2 mana is already really good.
Like,
But
that's
for
just
six,
a good hate bear, yeah.
it
Yeah.
is fantastic. How about for six, you get a 6/6 with reach and trample. Your opponent still can't cast spells during your turn,
What the hell?
and whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have the sensational She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. Do this only once per turn. Yes, I will block your 10/10 with my guy. And she gets all upset and she's like, I'm going to sue the opponent for 10 damage.
And you know what? She's gonna win that.
That's called restitution.
Yeah.
I like this card. Probably a little too much.
That's cool.
It's a really good card.
Yeah.
Ooh, Scuzzo
So,
asked if we talked about Cloak and Dagger. No.
no, and this is a really interesting one. I didn't see it at the tournament. I have seen it on um, Arena, but it's real. I kind of like this take on this sort of effect.
So Cloak and Dagger entwined. It like in the throes of passion?
I mean, the art
Did you
doesn't seem
cast
to indicate that.
did you cast both parts of the spell at once? Okay, anyway. That's entwined in magic. Get
Ah,
it? All right.
I see what you did there.
So
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger entwined for one a black and a white, because of course they're black and white. It's Cloak and Dagger. Okay, yeah.
It's yeah.
Legendary creature, human hero, a 2/2 with Death Touch for Cloak and Lifelink for Dagger. Okay, I get it. When Cloak and Dagger enter, choose target opponent and up to one target creature they control. Okay. They reveal their hand. You may exile a non-land card from their hand or the chosen creature until Cloak and Dagger leave the battlefield. So they grab something and suck it up into the Ebon Void in his cloak.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
then
you get
once
to
they
pick.
take him out, it pops out of the cloak. That is
Right.
really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I don't really want to remove that creature you've got, but maybe I do. But then I'm gonna take a look at your hand for. Oh no, I gotta get rid of that thing first. So, yes.
Yeah, that is a cool take on them. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're when you're playing with this in real life in paper, just make sure you remember where the exiled card came from. Don't screw it up and put it back in the wrong place when you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it
it
was.
does have to go back to where it came from, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's because we pointed out it's a Tide Sculler or an O-ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dirk,
Oh.
you seeing anything that's interesting to you?
Um, if you would go to Tony Stark in blue,
That's the front
it's not
part.
anything about him, but I was going through and I was flipping all the cards, And when I flip Tony Stark, you get the Invincible Iron Man. And I looked at his art, I'm going, I don't know what I'm looking at. Because there's a
Oh, I see.
leg and there's an arm, but I don't see any other parts. And I only just a second ago realized what was going on. That so his hand is coming towards you, his leg and his knee. Right above his knee is his head, and his hand is to the upper left of his head, and then his back
Yeah.
with the things. So I was looking at this, I'm going, is this another one of those cards where like there's something wrong with the art and everything? And it only like I stared at it for a good like 5 minutes going, I don't know what. Like I'm trying to look, is it his back like where he's going down and he's firing, or is he coming up? And I don't, where's his head? And so I finally saw it. But the art is just really like it's not bad, but it's also a little confusing.
It is hard to parse at first. I had to like
Yeah.
lean back before it snapped into view for me.
It is
I-
extreme action
Yeah.
pose.
It didn't make
Yeah,
sense
totally.
until Dirk started explaining it.
We got there.
So no, I'm
Less about the card and more about what you were seeing.
right. I'm
Well-
enjoying the art and everything.
Have you looked at Bruce Banner?
Yes, I did look at Bruce Banner.
Okay, this is utterly both halves of this are utterly ridiculous. Why don't you tell us about it?
All right, so Bruce Banner for 1 blue,
Single blue.
a single blue. He's a legendary human scientist hero that's a 1/1. That's mythic. He has XX and tap. Draw X cards. Activate only as a sorcery.
Whew.
And then for 2 red, and 2 green, so a total of 6. Transform Bruce Banner. Activate only as a sorcery. And his flavor text, you shouldn't make me angry. And then his flavor text is, the Incredible Hulk is, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. So the Incredible Hulk for 2 red, 2 green, so total of 6, is an 8/8 legendary Gamma Berserk hero with reach and trample, and has enrage. Whenever the Incredible Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. If he's attacking, untap him, and there is an additional combat phase after this phase.
What the hell?
Do you want the game to be over? Because this is how the game gets over.
Right?
Are you sure you don't want to block my 8/8? Okay, take 8. Oh, you do block. Okay, let's go again. Not to mention, there are ways to, damage your own people.
Yeah, like I would be super happy to discard Mjolnir just to get the second attack right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're attacking with a 9/9 instead. Somebody asked me at the tournament, they're like, how do you beat that? I'm like, I don't know that you do. I think you kill it or
Yeah,
you
you-
just die.
You exile it,
It is
or you die. Yeah.
it is one of those ones where if you do not answer it, the game is over.
So
I like how
does anyone know?
there
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a green card that depicts the fight between the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine, which is great.
Yeah, epic something or other.
Yeah, and it's a good card too.
Oh, epic fight.
But
yeah.
in Magic card terms, if that fight were to happen, sorry Wolverine, but
Yeah, he's in Magic card terms, he is a greasy paste with some adamantium in it when this is over.
yeah. Is it called Epic Fight? Is that
Yeah.
they just
For 2 and a green, you choose one or both. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. and target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls.
I'm not sure when you're not. I guess you're not always going to want the fight.
Yeah, if you don't have a target. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
actually, if you double Wolverine's power and toughness, then he survives the fight, and it's a stalemate.
Oh.
Isn't he a 3/5?
Yeah, he's a 3/5.
Which is, how the fight between these two always ends.
Wow. Wow. Flavor win.
I do like the flavor text on that. Is you think being big is going to help you? Bub, all that does is make you easier to hit. Also, the other art for this is just a big-ass knockdown drag-out. I see Nova and Miles Morales and Miss Marvel? Is that her name?
So there is one of these, how like in the Lord of the Rings, there were some cards that made a giant picture.
Oh yeah, it's a scene card. Yeah.
This is a scene card with a whole lot, and I think this is part of that.
Yeah.
I think Cosmic Cube is part of that as well. Cosmic Cube.
Oh yeah, chat brought up the Sentry.
Okay.
He said there's a hero I had to look up because I didn't know who it was. The Sentry, Golden Guardian. Which, why not? We'll read the card. For 3 and a white, he's a 5/5 human hero that's rare. He has flying, vigilance, and indestructible. When the Sentry enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the Void attacks each combat if able. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know anything about the Sentry either, other than he originally was like a Marvel's answer to Superman. But I've seen a few things. Like when he was released, like when he first came out, he was like he'd been in the universe since the 50s, but all knowledge of him was erased. And that's all I know. Wasn't this the... So there was somebody that... There was a big like marketing push that, hey, we found this guy in Stan Lee's files. He was supposed to be whatever. I can't remember if that was the Sentry or someone else.
I have no idea, but the Sentry was a central figure in the Thunderbolts movie, which I realize not everybody saw. Yeah.
I did not know that because I still haven't seen that.
Sam loves that movie. She's seen it a couple times now. But yeah. So this gives you a 5/5 that can't die, but you give an opponent a 5/5 that can't die. And then you bounce the token, and you go, wah ha 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 ha. Also, the Sentry has vigilance, and the Void has to attack every turn. So... not entirely a fair fight.
Yeah, so you have the upper hand.
Oh. So apparently... Apparently one of the side effects of his powers is that he projects this villain thing that does horrible things out there called the Void. Interesting. Like, during the course of the investigation, Reynolds and Mr. Fantastic... Reynolds is the character's name. Reynolds and Mr. Fantastic discover that the Sentry and the Void are two halves of the same person. To save the world, Reynolds erased all memory of the Sentry from the mind of nearly every person on Earth, including himself. So he gave it all up because of the Void, and it was too dangerous. So that's why no one remembered him, because he did that on purpose. That's so
Wow.
cool. Anyway, and also explains the card.
Any other requests from chat?
Yeah, chat.
Oh, there is a special token for the void.
Yeah, which is...
The tokens are in the card image gallery, too.
Oh, that is not what I expected. I expected just a dark version, like an evil mirror, not a large tentacle monster.
Mm-hmm.
Buh. It has been claimed that for every benevolent act the Sentry performs, the void corresponds with attempting an act of malevolence. Thanks, man. The void possesses several abilities that Sentry does not, including the ability to create destructive storms and tendrils that attack the mind and force others to experience visions of the past and future. Okay.
I have visions of the past all the time. They're called memories, but, whatever. Maybe somebody else's memories.
I could be mistaken about the marketing thing, but somebody was found to when they were introduced, we're we found this in Stan Lee's old files, and so he's actually an old character that we're bringing back, and that was not true. It was just marketing, but I can't remember who that was. Was that the Sentry? Now I gotta go look that up, because now that's gonna bug me. Let's see.
It could be you remember with original Zendikar, they were hey, the treasure cards that were found in some of the packs, and they're yeah, the marketing department just went into the vault and kind of found these because
yeah, exactly.
Advertising.
Yeah. Or maybe it's more like the original story for Rita's finding Cold Snap in an old filing cabinet.
Yeah, I remember that. It's hey, we were going through the old files and we found this whole set that was supposed to be the follow-up. Forget about what was it that came? It was Alliances? Or was Alliances what it followed?
Oh, it was the Sentry. Well, at least according to...
It was like the missing sets in between Ice Age and Alliances instead of Homelands.
Instead of Homelands. That's the set I was thinking. They were forget about Homelands.
Mm-hmm.
This is the set we meant to do. So it was the Sentry for the marketing thing?
Yeah, at least according to this Google AI overview, which you should never trust. But the problem is all of these actual search things are about Stan Lee's files. The Stan Lee papers and all of that. And I'm that's not what I want, but weirdly the AI thing actually knew what I wanted.
That's a first.
It literally is the first, when the AI thing was what I'm looking for and nothing on the first page is anything remotely what I'm looking for. That'll never happen again. Let's see here. The Sentry reveal marketing. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. It was the Sentry. Yay. Just had to use the right words in the search. Okay, anyway, I'll close that now. That's actually really cool, and now I really want to watch Thunderbolts, rather than, oh, it's on the list. No, I actively want to watch it now. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome. It's on Disney Plus, where you can watch other such films as Hoppers, like Coconut Hospital.
Coconut Hospital. Yeah, Brian forced us to come over and eat dinner and watch Hoppers, and I only went to shut him up because Brian's record for, hey, you should watch this, you really like it, is bad.
So
And
bad.
so I went in expecting this to suck, even though people in the Discord were like, no, it's actually like really awesome. I'm like, okay, so it's going to be okay. But no, it actually was really awesome.
It was very, very good.
Colleen Wing
Disney
gets a card? This is such
Disney
a trip
did not
to see
market it.
who did and who didn't get cards.
Who were you saying got a card? That surprised
Colleen
you?
Wing.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, that's really cool. It trips me out. Why is Bane in this art? Bane is from DC. Oh no, that's
It
Crossbones.
looks like Bane, but I think it's Cross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
or
Crossbones.
yeah.
Crossbones.
On Supervillain
Cross-
Lockup.
Yeah. Crossbones gets a card.
Oh, does he? Oh, I gotta see that.
He's like, yeah,
Oh,
I did
really?
not have him. He would have fit perfectly in my villain deck because he's kind of utterly dumb.
All right, 3 and a black. He's a 3/3 with Death Touch. He's uncommon. Whenever another villain you control enters, yeah, this would have been great for you. Just I didn't even have to read the rest of the card. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Crossbones. He deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only once each turn.
Wow.
That is also good, and that seems pretty crossbony. Yeah, Crossbones. It was one of Red Skull's. He was Red Skull's like main henchman back in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually have a fair amount of a run of Captain America where he kidnapped Diamondback, who was Cap's girlfriend at the time, and was like psychologically torturing her to get her to reveal everything she knew about Captain America, so he could then give that back to the Red Skull to get back in good with him because he had screwed up on a mission and Skull fired him. And he's like, Skull's fired me before, but then Skull was like, no, actually get the hell out. And Crossbones is like, who am I if I'm not this former Nazi's right-hand man? Because, that Crossbones was not a good guy.
No.
And it was like a Crossbones origin story, because you find out that he and Rachel, the Diamondback, like knew each other way back in the day when he was just like a street thug out of the 50s with the greaser look. It was very... Marvel in the 90s was weird. Anyway.
MCU, he was a former SHIELD operative, but he was also a member of Hydra, so Hail Hydra.
Oh, yeah, that guy was Crossbones in a later movie.
Yep. And then he blew himself up.
And then he blew himself up, yeah.
He's like, oh, cool, Crossbones. Bye.
Oh, well, it's fun while it lasted.
He was the kind of the inciting incident for Civil War, or one of the inciting incidents, so.
Okay, there's too many lands. Let's go to filters and go to just the cards in the set. Yeah, superheroes. There we go. Okay, now let me look at the lands. All right, hide the filters. Thank you. There are still too many lands. Ooh, there's a Castle Doom. Hidden land.
Yeah, it makes Doombots.
Okay, here's the basics. Okay, here we go. Training compound. Oh, these are not legendary. Oh, there's dual lands. There's different flavors of dual land. Training compound adds colorless and then adds a red or a green, but only if a land entered this turn or if you control a basic land.
Yeah, there's a cycle of those, and there's a cycle of dual lands that just get you a life when they come in.
Oh,
and
okay,
I
so
thought,
they're both cycles. Okay.
Yes, and I thought that they were the same one, and the first time an opponent played one untapped, I was like, you gotta tap that, and they're like, no, and I had to read it. I'm like, I did not realize. Part of this was I didn't read nearly all the set, before I went. In fact, probably I had only read like, I don't know, 15% of the set, so I was reading a lot at the pre-release.
Labs, Asgardian Citadel, Avengers Hangar, Avengers Tower, the Baxter Building.
The Baxter Building's a little different.
What is Bernanzana Plaza? Oh, that's in Wakanda.
I actually really like the Baxter Building.
Okay.
I
What's
had that
that
in
do?
my deck and it worked. So you can tap it for a colorless, or you can pay 4 of any color and tap it to add 4 mana any combination of colors to your mana pool.
That makes
So
sense. The Baxter Building is the
higher,
Fantastic Four's home
yeah,
base, in case you didn't know, dear
yeah.
listener.
Or you can pay 4 and tap it to draw a card, activate only if you have a creature with toughness 4 or greater, which does in fact mean that the word 4 shows up 4 times on this on this card. And it's just really good. Unless you
Yeah.
have to have another color early and you can't support this. Getting to 4 toughness in the set with so many +1/+1 counters was not hard.
Man. Fisk Tower? Hell's Kitchen? Hell's Kitchen is a magic card, y'all. Pym Technology, Stark Industries, Subterranean Cavern. I don't know how I feel about some of these. Oh, hey, the Infiltrator, pretty full art lands. I mean, yeah, but that's always the case in a Magic set. Like, full art lands are always good. And even if they're not good, it's a matter of taste.
I was like, why am I not seeing some of these cards you're talking about? It's because I have the main set filter on.
I also have the main set filter on, so
What?
now,
I didn't see the Baxter Building in the land section.
it's right there. It's an uncommon from this set.
All right. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I guess I'm just a big dummy. What's it next to?
The Bernanzana Plaza and Avengers Tower. It's between those two.
It's not in my view of the card image gallery.
Mike and Mike alone is not allowed to see this card.
Okay, open up. Now I'm curious. Open up your filters. What has Brian got set?
I just cleared them.
The only one I clicked was the main set for the lands.
That's the only one I put as well, and I'm
Oh.
looking
Wait
at
a
the Baxter
minute.
Building right now.
I have the word land in the search bar.
Oh,
Maybe
well,
that's screwing
you big
things up.
idiot.
You would think that wouldn't exclude it because it is in fact a land.
Oh,
but
it doesn't
You would
search
think that
the
search
type.
bar does a lot of things, but
Yeah, it searches title, text, and I think flavor text, but not the type
but not
line.
type.
but not
Yeah.
type line. Or
Wow.
yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
You see it now?
Well, if I can scroll to it. All this hot garbage. What is even going on here?
Press the end button. It'll take you down to the bottom.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a helper.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, the word land is not on this card at all except in the type line, so.
Which is why the search bar can't see it.
Genius. Pure unadulterated
genius.
genius.
All right then. So we got anything else that we're dying to talk about?
I mean,
we
I'm
move on?
impressed that Dirk is still with us because I see what time it is. But I have mentioned the ones that I wanted to. I could probably talk about more, but we have absolutely hit the highlights. Red Hulk is insane. Red Hulk is insane because it's kind of like She-Hulk, but in red. Yeah. I remember being like, what? And dying to it, but I don't remember exactly what it does. I think it hurts. There it is. for 4 and 2 red. G. He is a 6/7 Gamma Berserker villain. He is reach and trample and enrage. Whenever he's dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. When you do, he deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on him to any other target.
Oh.
So, yes. You know what you can do is you can target him with your own photon energy blast.
It's true. Oh, and truck toss. For 2 red as an
Yes.
instant, it costs 2 less to cast if you control a vehicle, because you're tossing a truck. In which case, it
Yeah.
costs red. And truck toss deals 4 damage to any target. And the flavor text is, "No, I love tacos, Hulk." Because in the art, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Abomination, is throwing a taco truck.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that say, "No, Hulk love tacos"? Is that racist?
Probably.
The urge to make a red Hulk deck with pingers? I mean, I can see that, yeah.
So yeah, if you played Red Hulk, and then you photon barrage him where X equals 4, that's 5 photon barrages. That's a total of 15 damage that Red Hulk will throw. That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
6 is 10. Yeah, that's 15. 15 damage for 7 mana? That's pretty good.
6 mana.
6? Oh, 4 copies. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get 1 already.
Yeah.
15
Okay, I'm gonna name
6 mana. I'll take that, yeah.
I'm gonna name one more card and then I'm gonna call it done.
Sure you
But I want someone else to read it.
Okay.
I want Chewie to read the plan. Construct a cosmic cube.
Now, why do you want me to read it? For 2 and a black, it is a rare plan. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace, and put a plan counter on this enchantment. Okay. That works. When the seventh plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, you control target opponent during their next turn. Oh.
It's not that hard to draw extra cards in this set. It takes a long time, but you're getting bodies every time you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to draw an extra card 7 times.
Yeah.
And at that
Although,
point, why haven't you won the video game,
well, in multiplayer, maybe,
Okay,
but
that's
you can
a
also
good
be
point.
drawing cards during opponent's turns. I don't know whether I like that card or the actual Cosmic Cube better, but I said I was going to name one more card, so I'm good. I'm good.
Now I gotta go look up the Cosmic Cube.
No, you don't. We can be done.
Alright, for 5 mana, it is a mythic artifact. It has Ward 2, because of course it does. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. Okay. You may cast... What the... You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost. That's a run-on sentence there. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So you essentially just get a free thing whenever you attack based on the size of your biggest guy that's swinging.
Yeah.
But
Attack with Hulk.
that's pretty Cosmic Cubey.
Mm-hmm.
So the original Cosmic Cube in the comics was, well, maybe not the original one, because I think Red Skull might have had one back in the day. But anyway, it was created by AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics. And it was this almost all-powerful thing. And then later,
It looks like AIM agents are in the... Sorry, go ahead.
Do what?
I was gonna say it looks like AIM agents in the constructing a cosmic cube art.
Yeah, in the construct
So
one, yeah, definitely.
yeah. Sorry,
And
and
then
then you were saying
other like cosmic cubes were found to be actual like cosmic things, and somehow they retconned a way to make it so that AIM could create one. It was like a Temu cosmic cube or something.
Hmm.
It's a whole thing. Like the Infinity Gauntlet was about the cubes or the stones, and then the Infinity War in the comics, which is a follow up with a different villain and a whole different thing, but it was about collecting cosmic cubes from across the various realities and using them as a almost as good as the Infinity Stones.
Hmm.
And then the Infinity Crusade had another related villain who had those cosmic cubes and even more cosmic cubes that she used to do weird nonsensical stuff that wasn't very very good, like quality wise. It was, the Infinity Crusade was kind of ass, but
we're not done with Infinity just yet. Got more Infinity up here somewhere in this corner.
yeah, it is a word they like to tack on to stuff that involves either Thanos or just space in general. Oh well. Dark, you still alive?
I am.
Okay. Just making sure. Is there anything else we would like to talk about before Dirk dies? I mean, goes to sleep.
I'm good.
Anybody else? No? Going once?
Nope.
Sold to the man in the white hat who's coming to take me away. Haha.
Aha.
All right then. Well, as much as I don't care about like this set at all, it is good to know that they still are putting in the work and obviously have a love for the source material.
There you go.
Yes.
I'm still a little concerned about power creep because some of these cards are just kind of stupid. But since I don't
What do you
play anymore, I
mean?
don't actually care about power creep myself. I just worry about it, in general.
Jennifer Walters is fine. 2-3 hate bears fine.
Yeah, I mean, she probably is, and that's the problem. Oh well. So then, how about some final thoughts from some dorks?
I'll go
Final-
first.
Go ahead, Dirk.
Because I'm going to go to bed after my final
All
thought. Two things, both of them related to Trevor. So, first off, Trevor passed his driver's ed limited license test.
Oh,
So
great.
now he officially has a provisional license. Good news is I do legally have to be in the car with him when he's driving. Bad news is he is officially able to drive a car. So be aware of that on the roads, the dorks.
That is such a dad thing to say.
Okay.
And
Yes. I mean, thankfully I live about an hour away from you, so I should be okay.
Yeah.
True. The other thing is, with regards to him, is that Brian was talking about Sam going on a church thing. Trevor's on a church thing right now. He's there. I dropped him off on Wednesday, and I'm picking him up on Saturday. So hopefully he's doing well. They are camping, hiking, doing a whole bunch of activities and everything. So hopefully he's not miserable. I'll find out on Saturday what tales he has to say. So, but that is my final thoughts with regards to everything going on. And with that, I am going to bed.
All right. Night, Zerk.
So, night, guys.
Good night.
Who the hell is Trevor?
He's this old guy that lives with Dirk, I think.
Ouch.
So, for my final thought, Sam's been super active. She's actually been driving a little more as well. She's had her learner's permit for several months now, but it's been tough when we're in the school year. You know, she's got a billion things to do. So, but she's getting better. She's getting more comfortable being out on the road. So, haven't run anybody over yet. So that's good.
I
She's
will say she was
sh
very proud of her parking job. Uh, when we got back from Carowin, she's like, "I parked the car there." I was like,
yeah,
I mean, no, you didn't, because they left and came back. She's like, "Well, I parked the car there this morning." Oh, okay.
good enough. Um, uh,
Monkeys.
Monkeys. I'm genuinely impressed that Dirk made it past 11 o'clock. I was like, when I saw it was going on going on 11, I was like, holy cow, Dirk's still with us. But no, Sam's doing great. We're doing great. Yeah, I had some. I'm kind of dragging a little bit too, but I'm gonna see if I can stick through and hear these guys' final thoughts for once, because I feel like I'm always cutting out.
Oh
So
my
I'm
god.
doing great. And then I will definitely Chewie will say goodbye, and I'll be like, goodbye. But go ahead, guys.
That means you, Mike.
Yeah, just thinking about what I might
Oh, okay.
want
While
to
Mike
say.
thinks, then, hey, don't forget, you can go to patreon.com/themanapool to become a lifeguard and help support what we do here. You could even get the sponsorship shout out that I do at the end of every episode, like this. Thank you to Al, Kim Ho, Scuzzo, Jake Jansons, Michael, who, Timu Hillis Haryu, Jason Kaus, Casey, Jason Doan, ALK Alters, and Andrew Odie. Okay,
Okay.
Did you buy him enough time?
probably not. He
Yeah,
stopped to listen, I think.
I did. I did. It did distract me a little bit. So I'm glad we stopped to take a look at the set. I think I'm gonna finish looking through it after we get off the call, because I hadn't taken the time to look into very much of it. I've seen a few on Arena so far because I made some adjustments to just a couple decks. Um, last night, I spent quite a while playing the new ranked brawl format that they set up. Um, it's not standard brawl; it's the 100
Mm.
card historic brawl, but it's a ranked format, so you can play that and actually get um, constructed, ranked constructed ratings for the season without playing, like standard or whatever you normally would have to do. And um, it's really interesting, like, because, starting out in the lower ranks, because I just rolled it out. And I think they also changed the matchmaking system. So I'm seeing commanders that, like, I've never really seen before. It's interesting because the day before I was also playing some, and I think they had already changed the matchmaking system. And it's like I felt like, so before, I think the matchmaking system was mostly based on like cards in the deck. So because I play decks that are slightly stupid, but I'm a good player, I would get, pretty good matchups and I would win a lot. But I think now the matchups are more based on like the commander and your uh, win record. So I logged in 2 days ago under the new matchmaking system and spent like 45 minutes getting my clock cleaned while trying to do my daily quests. So,
Dang it, man.
but yeah, but under this new ranked thing is pretty neat. Most of the games I played yesterday were with the mono red Koth brawl deck that I built a while ago. Um, I had it for standard brawl. Well, it's the Koth from the oh can't remember if it's the, what is that set called? Battle for Dominaria? I don't even know if that's what the set is called. It's the Koth from one of those sets who searches for mountains or can deal damage to a creature based on your mountains, or the ultimate is you get an emblem that's basically a powered up Valakut.
I know the one you're talking
ability.
about.
Yeah. And I had it for standard, and then when he rotated out of standard, I made it a historic brawl deck, and I still love it because it's awesome. And
Scars of Mirrodin.
Scars of Mirrodin.
Koth of the Hammer.
Koth of the Hammer.
You're welcome. Keep going.
Oh, yes. So I was playing that in the ranked, and yeah, it's just awesome. I look forward to seeing what kind of new and horrible things opponents will be doing at higher ranks. Probably with Hulk. Actually, no, probably with Raph and Mikey. I freaking hate Raph and Mikey. But anyway.
What? Oh, there was a turtle set.
Yeah, there's a turtle set. Yeah, Raph and Mikey.
Oh, the one with that comes in and swings and immediately is like, here, get a free guy.
Yes, because it can't sometimes miss like a tally could, because Raph and Mikey specifically look for a creature card. So
yeah,
if your deck is just like non-creature ramp and ridiculous creatures, then you always hit something ridiculous when you attack with Raph and Mikey, and it's really frustrating to play against sometimes.
Interaction. Yeah, I'm interacting with your face.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Maybe it is.
Sorry, I just had to say that.
No, you can't insult Mike because he's like, yep. he's kind of like Eeyore. Must have been.
Thanks for noticing me.
Mike is Eeyore. I want to see that fan art. Anyway.
All right. I think I'm done.
Oh.
Okay, so Mike would be Eeyore. I think Dirk would be Pooh, because I can see Dirk actually sitting here going, think.
Yep.
I'm not sure who Brian would be. Give me him. Oh, Brian would be Al, because he never shuts up.
Thank you for not calling me Rabbit.
No, I would be Rabbit, because I would be the one getting frustrated with all of the insanity going on around me. I'm like, can we just do the podcast, please? Anyway. So, yeah. What is my final thought? I got nothing. I'm burnt to a crisp from taking Sam and Cheese to Carowinds. It was... We had several running jokes, as you do when you have a group of people doing a thing. Like the fact that they're both so pretty. That was a running gag. Although they are, but it was still a running gag. And Cheese told me that I'm not entirely sure what she was trying to say, because I kept giving her crap, but apparently Cheese thinks that I'm old and fat and jolly, because she said I had a what did she say? A Santa Claus face. I was like, she said, you could be Santa Claus. I'm like, you saying I'm fat? She's like, what? No. It's like, oh my God, you think I'm old and fat and jolly? Sam was like, at least she said jolly. Cheese is like, I didn't say jolly. I'm like, you don't think I'm jolly too? It's like, what? No, that's not what I'm saying. And Cheese is a vegan, and
yes,
she was eating a burger, like an Impossible Burger and fries, and Sam and I both got a salad. She pointed at him and was like, one of us. And I went, I got meat and cheese on mine. And Sam goes, I've got entirely too much cheese on mine. Not.
Sam does love cheese.
Yeah, it was not too much cheese for Sam. It was too much cheese for normal people. And Ashley was like, close enough. So yeah, we had a really good time. There is now a question as to whether or not I'm a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Well, let us know when you figure it out.
I don't know how that. I don't remember how that came up, but they kept pointing out my similarities to teenage girls. And I was like, huh. Oh, and our very first ride was the Fury 325. You know, the biggest, baddest thing in the park.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not enjoy it because my stupid beard is now so long that when we went down the first hill, it immediately flew up and was in my mouth. And so I had to keep one hand here on my chin to keep it from being like miserable. And Cheese gave me one of her hair things that she had around her wrist because she had like 6. And I managed to turn it into like wrap it around enough times to make me a little like beard a beard ponytail here that actually held on most of the rides and kept me from having beard in my face. So I had sweet anti-beard in the mouth on roller coasters tech.
Yeah, he showed it to me when he got back. He's like, I got this. And I'm like, yeah, it's your beard. He's like, no, I got the braid or thing. Yeah.
Well, no, not braided. Just
No,
wrapped
but
just
it
wrapped
was-
up. Just ponytailed.
Yeah.
Speaking of ponytail, on the way down, there was a horse with its ass, sticking out of the back of the trailer like you see, with a tail that went down almost down to the street. I mean, like, maybe 6 inches away from, like, road level. We're like, that is a lot of ponytail. It was, it must have been a show horse or something. It was unreal. Sam got a picture for me because I was like, oh, I should have taken a picture. Sam's like, hang on. I have an adult phone now.
She does.
Such a dad thing to say. Anyway. Also, when this comes out, it'll probably still be going on. The Steam Next Fest was last week, and I downloaded, I think we're at 30 demos to try. I am currently at 21 of them and trying desperately to get through them all so I can rank them and do a write-up like I did for the one in February. So if you want to check out some awesome upcoming games on Steam, then come hang out in the stream, or check out my recent streams over the last week because they've all just been Next Fest. Played some really solid stuff that has been awesome. I kind of hope 5 more minutes comes out on PlayStation so that Brian can play it.
Good.
Yeah. It's a deck building roguelike, sort of like Slay the Spire, but it's themed around video game genres. And instead of having energy or mana or whatever, you have button presses on the controller. So you have 4 different controller buttons, and all of your cards cost like a yellow or a blue, or like a yellow and a blue. And you only get so many of each button each turn. And it's just, I mean, it's nice because it's a deck building roguelike like Slay the Spire, but the video game genre theming makes it just that much more like entertaining.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway. It's all right. We've talked for far too long now. This has been the Mana Pool number 756. Good Lord. And we're going to stop now. So thank you all so very much for joining us. And who's your favorite hero / villain that made its way into the set? And like, who is your daddy and what does he do? I mean, who's your favorite hero / villain and what do they do? Let us know. Okay, bye.